let's do a new video. This one's for OYA. Shout out to the individual who requested this video. I'm in my car. Oh, let me turn that car off. I don't want no background noise. So, OYA WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA. Slow it down. OYA WIMA WIMA. Pause. Repeat the same line. OYA WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA. You may hear different variations. OYA BIMA BIMA, Yansa BIMA BIMA. You may also hear OYA BIMA BIMA, OYA BIMA BIMA. You may hear the same, the first line repeated twice. Or you may hear OYA WIMA WIMA or BIMA BIMA, followed by Yansan WIMA WIMA or BIMA BIMA. So OYA WIMA WIMA, OYA WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA versus OYA WIMA WIMA, OYA Yansa WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA. What else? Perhaps a variation you may hear is Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA, as opposed to Halacueri OYA. Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA versus Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA. What I have personally heard, what I hear most of the time, because I try to give insight into the variations, and then but also point out this is the most, XYZ is the most common version that you will hear. So the most common version is what I've been singing. OYA WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA. The most variation that you'll hear of that is going to be whether the person adds Yansan WIMA WIMA versus just repeating this first line, OYA WIMA WIMA. It really doesn't make a difference whether you say OYA or Yansan. But the only caveat there is that the first one has to be OYA WIMA WIMA, and then the second one can be Yansa or OYA. As opposed to me singing Yansa WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA. I mean, I guess you could. Maybe if the akpon wants to point that out and put Yansa WIMA WIMA. And then, but the response has to be OYA WIMA WIMA, OYA WIMA WIMA, or OYA WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA. I hope I'm making sense. The lead can say Yansa WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA. The response, OYA WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA. So these are the tiny nuances that I need you guys to keep in mind. The lead may not always say what the response needs to be. They may give it some flourishes while they're singing. That's something that can definitely that's something that they may choose up to their own discretion. But what the lead says and what the response is, there's going to be differences. So if I so choose, if I'm singing lead, I may very well may choose to sing Yansa WIMA WIMA. Yansa WIMA WIMA, Hekwa hey WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA. That's something I can choose to sing with some little flourishes and throw Hekwa hey and Yansan Oririn. But the response is going to remain the same. OYA WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA. Yansa WIMA WIMA, Oriri, OYA WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri Yansa, OYA WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA, Chocoto Cuenque, Halacueri OYA. So these are the nuances that I'm talking about. And this goes for all Orisha music. If the person is knowledgeable enough in the vocabulary, in the praise titles and the suyires, anything, honestly, you can throw anything into these praises, even with the oro for Egun, the oro for the Santo, whatever. You can throw in, if you know the titles, if you know the different buyas, the vocabulary, what have you, you can throw in there. If I'm singing for Eriwo, Ago Meta Meta, that's the normal version. That's a song for El Agua. that I'll go over one day. I very well could sing Eriwo, Eriwo, Ago Lorita Meta, Ago Rita Meta, just because I'm the lead and I can throw in there a little extra something, as opposed to Ago Meta Meta. I can choose as the lead to say Ago Rita Meta, but the response is Eriwo, Eriwo, Ago Meta Meta. So there's nuances, and I hope I'm getting that point across. That's what I really, really want to stretch. That there's exceptions to every rule when it comes to ocha, variances. In my house, we do this. In that house, we do this. We pronounce it like this. So you listen to different akbons. You listen to different understandings, different translations, so on and so forth. But this song is for OYA. I'm going to sing it one more time at slow and then at regular speed. And of course, always have the lyrics. OYA WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA, Chokoto Kwenkwe Halakwere OYA. OYA, oh, I didn't slow it down. OYA WIMA WIMA, pause. Yansan WIMA WIMA, Chokoto Kwenkwe Halakwere OYA. Regular speed. OYA WIMA WIMA, Yansa WIMA WIMA, Chokoto Kwenkwe Halakwere OYA. OYA bima bima, Yansan bima bima, Chokoto Kwenkwe Alawe OYA. Whatever version you feel suits you, you go ahead. But whatever the akbon is singing is what you should be singing, so that you don't get half the people singing Alakwere OYA and the other half of people singing Alawe OYA. To keep some kind of consistency, go with whatever the lead is singing. If he's saying OYA WIMA WIMA, OYA WIMA WIMA, you sing OYA WIMA WIMA, OYA WIMA WIMA. If the lead is singing Alakwere OYA, you say Alakwere OYA. If the lead is singing Alawe OYA, you say Alawe OYA. To keep the consistency. This goes for when Osain is being sung to, when there's a tambor, when there's an oro, when whatever is being sung, go with what the lead is singing. Their variation. Even if you may know a different version, for the sake of keeping things consistent, go with what the lead is going with. And in your own ile, in your own understanding, you say, bueno, I how, you may hear, in one house. But in my house, we say, and what's the difference? Okay, well, one is speaking about being the king of the rain, and the other one is speaking about being the child of Oyo. Go with what the lead is saying and the personal understanding of what it is that you understand. And then you choose in your own ile. Do you want to say Obaojo, Omoyo, or I know there's like other versions. Obaojo, Omoyo. There's different versions, but now I'm just going on a rant. You know how I am, guys. So let me know who else you want to hear. I hope you enjoy this video. And yes, I do sell Orisha songbooks. Email me at elconquistadormusic1@gmail.com. I keep forgetting to put it in the comments. I've had a number of people reach out to me. Sometimes it's not working, but let me know. Like, reach out to me personally here on TikTok and message me and say, hey, I'm interested in your books, and I can give you your very own free sample, and we can get the ball rolling, because I have a passion for ocha music, and I know I'm not the only one, and I believe that it is a very good learning tool. So let me know who else you want to hear in the comments below. Peace out.